it just wasn't actually official yet. But that was just an impression, I'm not saying that's fact.
I think they wouldn't be doing this unless they had to.
Right. I just
Well,
stand.
I mean,
yeah.
I remember reading something about, I think.
Okay, cause I don't have an answer, to your question,
Yeah,
Lionel,
okay.
about, as far as that's concerned.
We could ask Tamika, I guess, but,
And of course, tomorrow's Friday and nobody's around,
What?
so I wouldn't be able to get an answer
what's
until
this?
Monday.
This is the article, this is the other thing, Article 13, majority vote. This is, okay, amend general bylaws, wetland protection to see if the town will vote to amend chapter 7 of the town general bylaws to add a new article 8. This is the description of what they're trying, I wrote approve because I thought it sounded right.
Oh, this is the actual warrant?
Or was that one that, this is a past one? This might be a copy of the wetlands that I,
Okay, so this is establishing the fund, which is different from changing the bylaw. Technically. Related, but technically two different actions. Need paper and I don't have any with me.
We have already approved this. This is already approved. We did this at a town meeting.
okay, you want me to read this letter
Yes.
from Tamika?
May I see that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna read it. Okay, I'm reaching out on behalf of the Conservation Group, kindly ask for your collaboration on a proposed amendment. This was June 9th, 2025. Now that the wetland bylaw has passed, pending Attorney General approval, the Commission will now be working on establishing regulations. Those regulations will allow the Commission to collect fees such as fines and local application fees. It is customary for these monies to be deposited into a revolving fund, which would allow the Commission to utilize the money to promulgate the Wetland Protections Act. Since revolving fund does not currently exist, the revolving fund's bylaw will need to be amended in order to establish one. So that's what we're doing.
Okay.
If approved, the maximum spending limit would then be approved each year at the annual town meeting. We would like to work through the process over the summer months in the hope of placing it on the November 25th town meeting warrant. That's what we got.
Right. And that was, she wrote that June 9th?
Yep,
Was that what this was attached
it's all
to?
part of it, that, I
This
mean,
was
that's what I
probably
got.
the attachment.
Yeah, that's what I got in my files anyways. I think we discussed this, but it was months ago, that's the trouble,
We
Yes.
did.
you know?
Yes.
And okay,
So this is the one.
I understand what you're saying, Lionel, but I think what we need to do is approve this article to
Okay.
go on the warrant,
Okay,
and then on Monday, I better ask Anita if, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding
yes,
Conservation Commission or whatever.
Yep.
Conservation
Yep.
Commission, wetlands, to this, which technically changes
Mhm.
Article 5.
yep,
So, do we also need a warrant
to do
to
that,
change Article 5?
yes, okay, I agree with that.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay,
How do I say that?
Whenever she speaks, record her and we'll be all set, Mike.
Yeah, but then I have to go back and listen to it, which probably won't happen.
Hey, Mike, do you mind giving me your telephone number?
I don't mind. You probably have it from whatever that.
I don't, maybe I had it written somewhere, but,
Alright. I gotta.
okay,
I'm
never
not good
mind.
at summarizing people's speech.
okay, so basically what I said was that we need to approve this wording for the special town meeting,
Yep.
or the autumn meeting.
One of us is gonna make a motion that we do that.
The wording
Right.
as stated in the letter from, well, technically it's from Tamika.
We can
Why
put that
is
in the
it-
motion.
Oh, it's her on the behalf of the bylaw committee?
Yeah.
She's acting on behalf of the bylaw, or no, excuse me, the conservation committee.
On the conservation.
From,
Okay, please accept this request to amend Article 5 of the general bylaws to establish a revolving fund for by use of the conservation commission. So we're already amending Article 5.
Can I have that back so I can take a look at it?
this one or this one?
That one.
I have questions about this.
And this thing is in Article 5, so I think theoretically if we approve, we're approving, I think we still have to talk about
Was that June 6th or 9th?
that form.
Was that June 6th or 9th?
Yeah, June 9th, 2025. I mean,
I think that's right.
So-
I think that if we're amending Article 5 by adding this, then
we have to accept this language, and they have to give us that other information so we can approve that verbiage too.
right.
If you're joining us at home, we had a delayed start today. The camera just got set up a few moments ago. We are on discussing the revolving fund for the Conservation Commission relative to wetlands protection.
Yeah, good man.
So I need to add, I don't have the answer to that
So
question.
maybe we defer action, and
No, I'd like to get this approved.
Okay.
I think it's kind of like a two-part thing,
Okay,
but I need to ask the question about making a change to this. I don't know, maybe
Okay.
we don't need to, maybe by approving
this,
the revolving fund for the Conservation
Okay.
Commission.
all right, I'll make
This is just,
the motion then.
okay,
I'll make the motion that we approve the write-up from Tamika Murphy on June 9th, 2024 letter, which described the following, well, to see if the town will vote to establish a departmental revolving fund under those provisions, per this letter. Per the letter, that's our document.
So I'm just gonna state I'm getting mixed up, not just because of this, but also because I'm taking notes at the same time. But so that motion was to
Just this paragraph
approve that paragraph,
only.
basically. To go on the warrant. To do what?
to go on the warrant,
To go on the warrant. Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
So
to go on the warrant.
so as far as discussion goes, my question is: so is that the first step, and then we have to come back to amend this?
She's gonna
That's the
ask.
question
That's
that
the
I need
question
to,
you're
that's the
asking.
question that I need to
Okay,
ask,
Okay.
as to whether or not we have to take any kind of a
Okay.
vote or get any kind of information in order to add to this chart.
I need a step-by-step guide.
Yep.
Essentially.
So, first step
okay.
is,
So, okay.
we have,
Yep.
so with that motion is on the floor,
Got that.
are we done discussion?
Well, is there a second?
I can't second my motion.
I know you can't.
Yeah,
I'll second
you-
it. I can second it, that's fine.
I think,
Okay.
Yep.
Any other discussion as far as this language here for the town meeting warrant?
Can I see it one more time?
Sure.
Departmental. Why does it say, so it says as amended, which would lead you to believe that you have an attachment that shows it. I just wanna state that for the record. When it says as amended,
As amended.
that would lead me, if I'm a voter, under the impression that there should be another piece of paper that shows that amendment that I'm voting on? Perhaps, for the fiscal year. Do you understand what I mean by that?
all I know is they showed us what their amendment is supposed to look like in that other document, and it is in that format, right? mixed up here, let me see. Yeah, this is what it's, any Article 5, what it's supposed to say.
I just stamped as it in there.
Yeah, and then this is what they're,
Condemnation, yes. The following funds are authorized by the town, so that needs to be in there. I'm under the impression that that would need to be in there and included at town meeting. I know you could consider it a minor change or a change of an appendix and not appendix, that's not the right word. Change of a, table, not the technical wording, but I would think that would need to be in there in order to put that on the warrant.
So, okay, Mike, say that again.
Thinking on the behalf of me as a voter at town meeting,
Okay.
I would think that based on the wording in that article, where it says as amended, that would lead me to believe that we're making an amendment to a bylaw, and I need to see a copy or be aware of what that amendment changes. That is my current train of thought. I'm trying not to make more out of this than it is, but I'm kind of getting stuck on that.
you have questions. All that she says is the revolving funds bylaw will need to be amended. That's all she says. And that's what this paragraph does.
Right, to amend Article 5 to include the Conservation Commission and the Wetlands bylaw in Article 5.
I understand that.
To authorize them to do this.
But is it saying that as soon as we pass that, the bylaw's changed, or is it saying that we're directing them to make this change in the bylaw? Because we voted on.
Okay, once the town votes on this, then the commission will be able to collect monies associated with transactions such as fines and to spend money. Then they can go into action after we vote that allow them to do this.
What do you think, Barbara?
I give up.
This is, from memory, this is very similar to other articles that have, when they establish a revolving
Right.
fund.
Okay.
I don't know that word for word, but
The wording does sound very familiar.
and the thing is, I don't have any problem with this right here. My question is, do we have to do something
Yeah, that's my question too.
to add Conservation Commission to that chart?
Yeah.
That's essentially what
We know it's going to have to happen because
Right.
it's going to have to happen. And
But does it happen after this is approved? Or does it?
That's
Well,
my-
I
that's
guess
my-
we're all going back to the
that-
same
well,
question.
it
That's my
can
question.
Yeah.
can happen after that, under this. We can, I think if we submit this, maybe then talk with Tamika, but I mean, that's why I started out the meeting by saying, I was thinking we were gonna amend that at the same time. That's what I thought.
Okay,
And so I wanted them to tell us the answers to what's the money coming in and what's it gonna be used for. Looks like it's gonna be needed, that's all.
and my thought along that line, my thought was that we were just approving this language for the purpose of the town meeting warrant.
But that's Article 5 also, right?
Yes.
So it's,
And maybe part of adding it to the chart
Yeah.
is part of
Yeah.
amending Article 5.
right, and I think we don't, if we can get answers from them, from somebody, I don't think we can say that, then we can vote. I don't mind voting in 2 stages, to be honest with you. And then saying subject to, we still need, in order, I don't know, I'm talking
Can you let me
myself
just
out of
read
this.
it one more time? I don't have my whole thing. No, not, well, okay, this one, reach out.
I don't know, is that the right one you want to read?
That's not what I was looking for,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I do
read
wanna
it.
read this as well.
All right, what are we gonna do? Do we want to defer action for the next meeting, subject to, I mean, I think, Barbara, if you can say that that we have tentatively approved that to Mika, subject to receiving this other information, see if she agrees with that, or Nita, whoever it is. They must have said
Well,
that at the same time for a reason, you know?
Well, it does say this will allow for review by the Attorney General's office, which would, if they're reviewing it, that means they're reviewing a bylaw, right?
I guess, yeah.
But this, see,
I don't mind doing this in 2 steps, I guess is what I'm getting at. If we vote
Yeah.
on this and approve to put this
Yeah.
language on the warrant,
Yeah.
and then if we have to come back and take another vote on adding them
Yeah.
to the chart, I don't have a problem with that. I don't wanna hold up the process for the
So,
town meeting.
I think, who is the person that really knows, I mean, is it Tamika would say that's acceptable?
Well, the first person I would ask, because it's a bylaw question, so the first person I would ask would be Anita.
Why don't you ask Anita then?
That would be the first person I would go to and see what she says about it, and then,
Yeah.
obviously, if she says,
But we cannot create the language for that other form.
I don't think so, because we don't have that kind of
So,
information,
okay,
we
so-
don't know.
Yeah, they've gotta
You
tell
know,
us that. They've got to
They
tell
have
us.
to tell us where the money's coming from, like you said, and what it's going for.
Yeah, and that's up to them to create that language, they're gonna be measured by it, that's the authority.
Okay,
So maybe you could talk to Anita, and do we wanna vote, or do you wanna hold the vote
so the,
on this first part?
I'd like to hold the vote.
Okay,
I'd like to
we
hear
have
the vote.
another, and we're,
like, we'd all like to do the vote, but we also wanna hold the vote.
listen, do we still have time to act on this on a final basis for next meeting?
Well, it depends on when our next meeting is.
It's the second week, it's in, what month are we in, October, the second Thursday, right?
That's what we've been going for, and I don't know if that's
That
enough
will
time.
make it for November.
Warrant
I'm not
closes.
sure when the warrant
She wants to
closes.
know,
When
she
did
says
say
it.
the warrant closed?
I thought it
November.
was the 15th of September.
Placing it on the November 25th town warrant.
Yeah, but they closed the warrants.
I don't know why it's so tight, if that's because it's a special town meeting or not.
And she
annual
did send
town
this
meeting.
to us in June, so I guess we gotta do something.
But this just says, please accept this request to amend this bylaw, right? And then it says, please find below sample language for the proposed town meeting. So I'm probably asking the same question I asked 10 minutes ago. Who puts it on the town meeting warrant? Well, we don't put it on, but who sends it to be requested to go on the town meeting warrant?
Does it go through the selectmen too, so that's to be.
Well, they approve the warrant, but
They
who
approve
says,
the warrant.
who says, let's put this on the warrant?
We say that as far as bylaws go, I guess isn't it the Conservation Commission?
Yeah, the Conservation Commission wants.
So
wants
they're
this voted
asking
on.
us to approve, because I think we must approve whatever goes. And then I remember at town meeting, you actually present these. Right? You did last time.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So they don't present it, the bylaw committee presents it, so I
If
think.
it's a bylaw.
Because it's an amendment to the bylaw.
Yeah, it's gonna go on a warrant, so I guess you are the final authority, we are the
So-
final authority.
Thinking over this further, I now feel as though putting that on the warrant is the job of the Conservation Commission, or it should, pursuing it to go on the warrant, and amending the bylaw is our job. Right? Yes, no?
I think these people, I think Kamika must know what she's doing here, and if she's asked us to do this, it must be that we must do this.
I understand, I'm just being very specific and I don't have Tamika here to talk to.
Well, so, do you wanna have two conversations?
I don't have a problem with that.
One with Anita, and because we've gathered the data as best we can here. We know we don't have everything, correct?
Well, and if you don't feel comfortable moving this forward, then,
I would vote for the first part, and then you find out the answer to whether the other information needs to be put on, and we can,
okay,
and then we need to get that information from the conservation for them to send you that wording, then we could vote on that.
okay.
Has your committee ever voted by email?
No,
No, you can't.
Is this,
No,
if you must only
No.
vote in
Mhm.
person?
in a public
Open
meeting,
Oh,
a properly posted public meeting.
okay, yeah, okay, I got it, thank you.
Yeah, no, that's a no-no.
Yeah. Yep,
So the,
So- so by approving at least this part, you put that on the timeline,
Yes,
and if that's the only thing that's needed, our job is done.
right,
And I know that somebody's got it, Tamika or Anita knows the answer to that question.
right,
Who needs to does that have to go through the bylaws? Have we got to look at that too? And if the answer is yes, we'll do it at the next meeting.
okay.
So are we gonna vote on what's still
Yes.
on the table?
Yes, because what's on the table is this right here.
Yep,
All right. Any other
I
discussion?
vote yes.
All in favor? Aye.
I,
Okay, unanimously carried.
Can I have my paperwork back, please? I am bringing copies
I
of
appreciate
everything that I have to every meeting from now on.
Yeah,
Because you might be rushed from coming straight here
it's hard.
from work. You're a busy guy. I know.
appreciate- I know, and I shouldn't have joined the second committee, but that's another
No,
story.
you're good. We need you. Right?
At least I'm not surrounded by laptops here, I appreciate that.
Can I give a side story here?
Sure.
That
It's on the agenda.
it's not on the agenda, oh shoot.
I'm just
Lucky.
kidding.
This is a quick side story.
What's that?
You spending your life with computers, we've come up with computers, right?
Sure.
I got married in around 1967, and my roommate at that point, we both worked for Saga Food Service, but he ended up working for IBM, and I ended up working for Paul Revere Life, and we've been friends ever since. And he called me, and I found this book on the history of IBM under the son that really built the whole thing. And so I said, you want to read this book. So he read the book, and he called me last week and he said, Lionel, I write letters to my grandchildren about my life so they'll know about my life. And I love that book. So I wanted to write a letter all about growing up with IBM all during that development. So I got the letter yesterday, and I read it to Carolyn. It was amazing. Okay.
Did he write it on a punch card?
He talked about punch cards.
Yeah, I remember punch cards.
Floppy disk punch cards?
Yeah.
And so you're in the same, you didn't see as much of the history as we did. I IBM 360/50s and,
I see it every time I go to my
yeah,
grandfather's house.
I worked for Worcester County National Bank in the
You
mid
did?
seventies, yes, and I worked in the operations department on West Boylston Street in Worcester. And they had this big building, it was this big building, and the computer took up
Is it
the
still there?
entire, the building is.
Yeah.
It's a Seven Hills something or
Oh,
other.
okay, that building.
it's where audio journalists.
And the computer took up
Mhm.
the entire bottom floor of it, and they used to have to be sure to keep the air conditioners cranked way low because the computers generated so much heat.
Yeah.
This has more power in it now than that, all that space. It just amazes me.
In the 70s, I was in charge of cash management at Power Beer, and I went to that building for a tour.
Oh, okay.
And you saw all of the checks coming back on every person. They had that fee, and all those punch cards. And,
And those checks had to be manually filed.
Oh.
That was my job.
Okay, well, we needed a
Okay,
sideline.
anyhow.
Okay, that's,
Didn't realize
All right,
that
so
building
the
was
other
that old.
thing is the stormwater.
Alright, so
bylaw.
I think I got everything for, that was Conservation Committee, wetlands thing.
And if there is anything else that we need, we need to determine a date. Now, this is, what we can do is, first of all, the most logical place to have a hearing, a public hearing on the stormwater would be here at the library.
Yep.
So, we could kind of like, take a shot at some dates in October. Tamika seemed to think that 3 or 4 weeks before the town meeting would be good, so that's late.
Yeah.
Late October. I could go upstairs and see what is available, and then we can decide whether or not we wanna have the public hearing on that day.
yeah, I think we should have a public hearing.
I think it's very important we have a public hearing. I do
Mhm.
think it will be a little bit strange because we're not exactly stormwater experts.
No, we're not,
We're
we're
just
not,
speaking
sure-
to the,
we're
we're
not,
just
We're gonna-
speaking to the writing.
But we're gonna talk about the bylaw, right?
Right,
That we've, what
Right.
changes were made.
that we approve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the bylaw, we can have the Department of Public Works come with us too. I mean, it's very,
It
a
would
lot of
be
it's very
appreciated.
clear.
It would be appreciated, I think, for, at least for the public,
Yeah,
that, that DPW and or,
Yeah.
I don't know who else would show up, that's.
well, I think Samson
Planning
Weston
board.
should be here.
yeah.
The thing that, this is the bylaw here, right? This is the bylaw,
Yeah,
that's our responsibility.
yeah,
This right here is the rules and regulations, which the planning board is responsible for. So, I don't feel as if I would wanna answer questions regarding these,
right,
because that's the planning board,
okay.
so anyhow.
I
Alright,
agree.
so you want me to run upstairs and see if there's a date that you
Sure.
can work with?
Hope she doesn't tell you,
We're gonna lose
we
quorum.
won't, we won't know. So what we had
we're
October 1st is what she said, that they were gonna resolve this whole thing about the
Oh,
library.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they put a hold, well, it was more like this is our current, I can't think of the word, but state of understanding until that date, I think, and they were hoping
Well,
to
we
meet
have
a
to have a
consensus by
meeting.
then.
So we are still, we could have that group be part of it, right? The planning committee, but we're still responsible for the overall.
But this is the
We
bylaw,
speak
this
for
is
the
the
bylaw.
bylaw.
Yeah.
We're not
okay.
responsible for the rules and
Oh,
regulations.
okay, so that isn't, okay, so I think, and can I just ask you, did things go forward on what we voted on last time as far as different wording? Is that, the lady that was on the screen, is she the one that's putting that wording in there?
Who's adjusting the document so that
Yeah.
it reads what we
That we
voted on,
voted on last time?
the amendments?
I don't know. Who is,
Well, we were supposed to get,
It's probably in his notes,
we were supposed to get a editable document, I believe, right?
yes.
okay,
and then I think we're
Yes.
gonna make the
And
changes.
he was gonna make the change if we got an editable document from her. And I don't know if he was too, or,
I haven't heard anything.
well,
All right, let me go see if I can get a date for
okay.
late October.
I think when I really enjoy this committee,
Mhm.
but I kind of thought, well, you know, they'll get, everyone, we'll meet, and then every once in a while, somebody will come along.
Mhm.
And ever since I came, the first meeting was in April, and every single meeting has been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so was that your experience? Was that your first year or your second year on the committee last year?
So my term expires next year, in May.
So are they 3-year
I
terms?
believe it's 3. I think we started late 23 or early 24, something like that.
So your first year was ending June.
So the first few months was pretty low key. After that, it really ramped up.
Okay. And you had Gary, Liana was on that, and Barbara, right?
I'm not
Last
good with
year.
names, but
Hi,
Well,
sorry
he
to
was-
interrupt. You guys are adjourned, right?
we are not adjourned.
You're not? Okay, sorry about that.
Well, they said he was the secretary, my neighbor. Kamara wasn't, he was the vice chair last year, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
And then
Kamara was the
and
vice chair
Gary-
until the last meeting.
Gary left because he was ill, he's my neighbor.
He had something going on, I don't know.
Yeah. And then Kamara took over as secretary also.
Right. I write notes at work, it's the last thing I wanna do in the evening, but, trying to help out as the vice chair, as the new vice chair.
Hey, look what happened to the last vice chair. He did a great job of that
He
too.
did,
you know?
Just don't like the note taking, that's all. So,
I'm sorry, I
it's
just,
not,
I'm
sorry.
left-handed and I've
So-
done it before, many years ago, and what I used to do was, I'd have my PC there, and I had the format up, and I would just type into my PC as I went along. And I did that. I was in the Lions. We have what we call a district governor for 45 clubs, and there's the CST for 1 year, and I was that. So I would have bring a recorder with me, and then that was always useful. And by the way, that was useful.
I would have to
But
have time to go
in
back
most
and-
minutes though, the most important thing is the action. As long as you record the actions.
Okay. October 23rd.
So be it. Okay, I won't go to that meeting.
What time?
Well,
I have a meeting from 6 to 7 for something else. So.
Well, did the public usually like 7 o'clock? Or do they like 6?
I think they like 7.
Okay, so 7 it is.
I mean, there are some
That's
people.
what all meetings are.
That's there are some people who like the 6 o'clock, but that pushes my schedule.
No, but that means you've got to allow people to get home from work that want to come.
Yeah,
Right.
dinner.
And 7 o'clock is probably, so, and I think most meetings here are at 7.
It ranges from 5:30 to 7.
Oh, really?
There's some meetings that
Oh,
are
the
5:30,
selectmen.
6:30. There's a lot of 6:30 meetings.
But I mean, for the public, probably. Yeah, you would, if we had it any earlier, it would be hard for you to get here, right?
Well, technically that night I might already be here, but I'd be in a meeting.
How's your dad doing?
He's good. Headed out for vacation. Again.
Oh,
What is this? This is some sort of request form?
This is from the library.
yeah.
We were in big trouble. I should have known better because I know that with the Lions, I've had to reserve this room. This is the last meeting. Where do you actually work?
Depends on the day.
Where?
Depends on the day.
Oh yeah, that's right. You go from one place to another. You like my son is in a labor. He's a labor executive. And he spends a lot of time going to the sites. Do you have an office, official office somewhere?
There's a office. I wouldn't consider it my office.
Oh,
There's a office.
you'd be good at not answering questions, you know.
I've been known for that.
Just kidding. You know that.
Been told I've learned how to talk like a politician. I don't like to, but when you have to not say things that are incorrect, you know.
You know, so I think I told you my whole job was financial reporting at Paul Revere Life, and I would never. Somebody said, "Well, what's this number?" You can just let me know. I would never answer because I didn't want to be quoted on any correct number.
Well, it's tough because you give an answer that is based on the best information you have at the
Right.
time, and then the information changes.
Yeah.
So now the answer
Yeah,
changes.
information is just point and sale most of the time.
It's a point in time.
Yeah.
So set date of public hearing. So is that considered, like, do we post an agenda and stuff? I assume so.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Public hearing for,
Have you ever had to do one of these public hearing meetings? Oh. You didn't have to do any last year then. What about the one the wastewater one or whatever, not wetland ones? You
No,
didn't.
that was the responsibility of the Conservation Commission.
Okay. Okay, you had to present it. All right.
so it's a date of public hearing for wetland bylaw for October 23. Oops. 2025 at 7 p.m.
Okay.
What room?
The big one.
Okay.
The
There.
Girl Scouts are going to be in the little one. My granddaughter.
So do you have siblings? That one you can answer.
I do, but I don't talk very much
Oh.
on camera.
I'm not used to that. I'm sorry. Forgot about that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I try to remind myself.
Oh gosh.
We gotta watch, not that either of us would step out of turn, but there's things have come up that I've seen and recorded.
I'm just glad you reminded me of that.
I've seen things recently on recorded meetings where somebody, whether it be in the public or on
Wow.
board, said
Yeah.
something under their breath, and it's caught up by the mic, so.
Yeah. Good point.
So,
Okay. Well, one thing I realized is you really have to have a good filing system. And I finally figured out it's best to have it by subject.
Okay, so basically, we have approved the
The letter, so that, if that's your the reference points will be Tamika's
That's-
letter.
oh, no, I'm talking about the stormwater one now.
Oh, okay.
We have approved the stormwater as we amended it.
Yes,
but we
Right.
don't have an official copy yet.
right,
We don't have an
we're
official
waiting for,
copy
yes, we're waiting for the draft.
So,
But who's actually making those changes to the draft?
Well, it's good, it's Kamara is supposed to, I think,
See, okay.
he's
that-
the
I
secretary.
assume that was how it's reported.
He was gonna make it, cause he has the notes, and then we're gonna look at it, and she can even look at it too. I remember what we did, it wasn't a lot of changes.
find that out too
So-
on Monday.
Are we all set with the, oh, that, they wrote this one, not storm, wait. Public hearing for wetlands, but, no, it's for.
Oh.
No, public
excuse me,
hearing for stormwater.
Storm, there's too many. Yes. Go.
Barbara, you put on the you put the Community Preservation Committee on this.
Did
And
I?
Isn't it, I got this file and I don't know if anybody's ever done anything on it. It says.
Oh, I just had that on there because it's kinda like, it's just like the Earthworks one. It's,
Housekeeping.
yeah,
But it says,
but it's not that we're gonna be doing anything about it.
okay, well, who triggered asking us to do something?
We're just kinda keeping it on the back burner, so
Yeah.
it still exists in the.
We don't have to do anything
No.
at this point?
There's no action required.
Alright, I'm just gonna,
It is
Take
something
you
that's
guys'
coming
word
from
for
the
it.
planning board, I believe.
oh, so it's, in process?
Yes.
In long, okay, alright.
Which one?
This is this thing about
Earth-
the Community Preservation Committee, that's what I was talking
Oh,
about.
the community,
Oh.
no.
Well, there's,
Okay, that's on the back burner right now because it was approved at town meeting
Yep,
and then it's supposed to go to a ballot and it got defeated at the ballot.
okay, defeated at the ballot, okay. I
So-
remember now, so that is nothing then, unless they start it again, right?
right,
Unless they put it on the ballot again.
Okay, that goes to the back then, good, alright,
Unless I hear anything else.
yeah, but at least if they bring it up again, we've got something.
Right. Okay,
So we can take this off the bylaws, these things that we aren't working on, right? The next bylaw, I'm wondering about just me,
the
The next
agenda is what
agenda,
you're referring
thank you.
to.
can we take community presentation off the next agenda?
yeah, unless I hear something.
Yes, and if you do, it becomes.
And
new
Earthworks
business.
I can take off.
We just don't
Okay.
like to forget about these things.
Yeah, I just wanna keep everybody reminded that these are
Okay, then, whatever you,
things in the,
You're the-
things in the,
you're the
Okay.
chair,
the
if
mud
that's
out
what, if
there,
that's
so
what you want,
I don't want us to
Okay.
forget that,
alright, then that's,
that we've got things going on.
and now I know that, I won't ask any,
Oh,
again.
okay. All right, so I don't think we have any other topics not reasonably anticipated, and would we like to schedule our next meeting?
Oh, I better put the other one in right now. So, October 23rd,
That's the public hearing.
yeah, let me put that in right
And
now.
the second Thursday in October is the 9th,
So September 23rd.
if we wanna go for that.
7 o'clock. Let me just write that
Did you
down.
say September or October?
October.
So it's, I'm getting tired now. It isn't wastewater, it's the stormwater, right?
Stormwater is the 23rd of October.
Water. Public hearing.
And the regular meeting would be October 9th.
Right.
That would help us to get ready for that. That'd be 7.
Yeah. And if people show up for that, then people are gonna have, I think people are gonna have questions.
Well, I think we'll be ready. So, are we meeting on the 9th?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. But at our Lions meeting, the president, somebody made a motion to adjourn the meeting, and the secretary said, well, we gotta take a vote on it. The president said no, and we just all left.
Well, that's not Robert's rules.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. All right, I
Do you-
think,
Do you think there's gonna be any reason for us to have any emergency meeting before then? Probably not.
Potentially.
Because if we schedule the most important thing is to schedule the public meeting and, Okay,
So the only thing would be is if we need to take an official vote, so to speak,
yeah,
on adding something to
Yeah.
that chart.
and I would be willing to come to that if we
Okay,
have to
that,
do
and
it.
that could be,
A one subject, meeting.
that could be a 10-minute meeting
Yeah,
for
I'd
all
be,
intents and
do
purposes.
that anytime.
All right,
Yep,
okay, I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I disapprove. No, I don't. I approve. Tired.
So
Okay.
first, yeah. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No.